It's all right. Let's do this. Bum bum. Okay, now I got a cat on my lap and a kid on my side. Got everything over here. I think Luigi is like, I think it's even or -1 depending on the situation. I feel like there's a lot of ways that they both can screw each other up. Like even +1 sometimes for Cloud. Sorry, I just got myself mixed up. Sometimes +1 for Cloud. But I feel like more or less it's even because even when Elegant played him, it was pretty neck and neck. Like he can destroy him if he misses anything, and vice versa. Like they can both, you know, they can both mess each other up. I feel like it reminds me a lot of like Marth versus Falcon in Melee. They both have tools. They both can edge guard hard. They both can just destroy each other. I think Banjo is definitely a +1 for Cloud. Definitely can keep him out and against his whole little shenanigans. If this is online, it's a -2. I hate him. I hate Banjo online. It's hell. It's hell. But it's straight up hell, dude. Like I hate Banjo online. I think everyone does. Bayonetta, I'm pretty sure it's even to possibly +1 or sorry, not +1 for Cloud. -1 for Cloud, just depending on the situation. I have my personal bias on this character because I don't understand her a whole hell of a lot. Every time I feel like I do, I get hit with like a curveball, and I don't know. She doesn't seem like she should have some of the stuff she does, but she does. Bowser, I think, is either -1 or -2. Bowser can kill you quite quickly. I know like the best thing you can do on Bowser is like edge guarding and stuff and getting him off stage. His forward air really covers a lot of stuff. He has really good out of shield options just like you. You have to really outplay a Bowser and just keep him out and be patient. The moment you get even like slightly aggressive and like overcommit something, Bowser can kill you for it. Like it feels rough sometimes. It really does. Byleth. I think Byleth's even. These two really can mess each other up. It's a big spacing war. Yeah, you have more speed and stuff like that, but Byleth still has pretty good range, really good nair, can kill you really quickly. I feel like it's definitely a 50-50 matchup, or even whatever, 0.5 like people do. I'm not gonna do that. Falcon's definitely even too. I wouldn't put +1 for Cloud. I would say back before like vanilla, it was definitely Falcon favored. Just because Falcon could literally shit on you. Now that Cloud's kind of gotten some buffs and stuff, I feel like it's a lot more even. It feels very similar to Marth versus Falcon in Melee. It's a very explosive match, and boy, you gotta stay on your toes. Falcon can destroy you really quickly. Chrom, I think it's like either. It's tough because like I think it's like either or. I think it could be +1 for Cloud and even at the same time. But I feel it more being even just because of Chrom's sheer speed. And good moves on frame data and whatnot. And he can delete stocks. He really can. Like I said, I feel like Cloud and Chrom, they do well. They do well. I don't feel like one outright beats the other. Corrin, this one's tough. I know like everyone's gonna be like, well, look at MK Leo and stuff. I still feel like Cloud kind of has the advantage on it. It's not what Smash 4 Corrin had. And MK Leo is kind of an outlier on all that stuff. Because, Jesus, this guy is just stupidly gifted. But I still think, like, Cloud has that edge still on Corrin, even with some of the buffs and stuff. Yeah, I think it's definitely a Cloud favored. Samus, I think Samus is definitely a +1. I think Cloud does very good against the Space Warrior lady. Really, you can keep her out pretty well in a lot of things you do. I mean, there are very good Samus players like Quick, Icy Mist, and a couple other ones that I'm escaping, so forgive me. They make the matchup look pretty even at times, but I still feel like when you get her in the air, it is all Clouds, you know, because like she's so floaty. She's so floaty. Probably like a nightmare for her to get down. That's my personal take on that. Diddy Kong. I think Diddy Kong's probably even. Maybe even +1 depending on it, because I think Diddy has a little bit of an issue with sorties. Really good recovery though. Banana's really annoying. I'm trying to think what else. Like she has a lot of, Diddy Kong has a lot of cool stuff that goes on with it, and he can get out of a lot of edge guarding situations too that you want him to be in because, you know, ridiculously good recovery, and then Banana's really annoying. So, I don't know, and Cloud has some answers to it, but I think it's 50-50. I'm gonna go with 50-50 on that. DK is probably -1. -1 or even, depending on the situation. I used to hate this. In the beginning of the game, I used to think it was -2 because you had to have limit and whatnot. It's really annoying because like reverse bear and stuff is really, really good and stuff. But like DK's disadvantage state is really, really bad. And I feel like if you are aware, just like I mentioned about Bowser, if you just keep out of that disadvantage state, or sorry, if you don't overcommit, you're okay. Like you can make it work. but I'm going to keep -1 just for now because I'm still convinced it's a really annoying matchup. It really is. Dr. Mario. I would say +1. Dr. Mario is literally watered down Mario. I mean, and you know what? Speaking of that, let's just do this. I feel like Mario can at least go out there and chase after him. I could call it even for Mario because the moment you let him in, you can explode on Cloud. But I feel like with Dr. Mario, he can't go as deep. Like, yeah, he can kill really hard, but God, and he's slower, I'm pretty sure. I think Dr. Mario is slower. It feels like he's slower. Maybe it's just the aerials and stuff. But I feel like Doc can't go as far and do as much as just base Mario. And it's so much easier to kill him. Like, his recovery is dog shit. We all know that. Like I said, there's not many Docs. I don't really fight Docs very often. Duck Hunt. I think Duck Hunt's definitely a +1 for Cloud. You can wall him out and kind of play in that game. And if he wants to play defensive, you have limit to just chill and do what you want to do. You can play the reverse camping game, like whatever, fine, do what you want to do. I don't feel like Duck Hunt has a whole lot of answers, especially when it's off stage. It's not like Snake where you can go high and, I don't know, take a hit potentially and hit you with the Cypher. It's definitely a different thing, but Duck Hunt's super rare. Maybe I could be wrong about that, but I still feel like Cloud's +1 on that. Falco, I think, is a +1. Yeah, he has cutscene combos. That's cool, but I feel like since he has such a good answer with like out of shield options and like disjoints, the moment like Falco's off stage, I feel like it's all Cloud, especially at the ledge and getting back into that. Like if you can avoid that cutscene, I don't know what Falco can really do. Like I know Tilde is like really amazing at it, but I think watching him even play like Spargo and stuff or like Cola, it seems like it's still kind of rough for Falco to do stuff. It really does. It just feels very one-sided in a way. Dark Pit, I think, is a +1 for Cloud. I actually, let's just put, where's my boy? Not my boy, sorry. I don't like these characters. I do not like Pit or Dark Pit. Pit Arrow's gimping. It's got to be worth something. Yeah. No, I can agree with that, but I feel like getting in or even getting in that situation, it's got to be tough for Pit. You know what I mean? Like keeping out Pit is, what is it? His grab's like his best thing about it, and like I don't feel like the mix-up game is gonna be super heavy with it. I just feel like it's so hard to deal with Cloud's sword in general. I feel like it's a +1 for them. And I know there's like one, was it Fang and Little Fang? Sorry. And I know last time we played, I just stayed away from that kind of like situation. Like, yeah, if I got out there, I made sure I had limit and try to like take the hit, then get around it and time the invincibility on the up B, stuff like that. But I just feel like there's stuff that you can avoid and just try to play it slow and don't get, you know, caught with that. Not to mention, I don't think Pit's airspeed's too good. I really don't. But I feel like that is a key thing. Like, I don't see a lot of Pits going after Clouds and beating them and stuff like that. I haven't seen like a big upset like that. Like the biggest upset I've ever seen right now that I said it was like Duck Hunt Dog. What's next? Fox. I think Fox is even. Those two can both screw each other up. Really good edge guarding tools with them. Really good shield pressure. You can bait out up Bs with safe aerials. As long as the Fox is not overzealous with certain aerials and tilts. Fox can schmix Cloud pretty hard. Even keep him in the air, and it feels very reminiscent of Fox Cloud or Fox Marth in a way from Melee, except with the crazy up air up throw strings. Ganondorf. Just Ganondorf. I think Greninja is actually a -1 for Cloud. Maybe even possibly -2 depending on the situation. This character is really obnoxious and really hard to hit. I feel like it has, I don't know, I actually might even put -2 because it's really, like, the character like kind of naturally low profiles everything, and he has really good edge guarding tools and stuff. He can go out there so deep and pressure me too. Like, he can just keep tossing aerials out there and like get back from pretty much a lot of things. And then also like the suicide spikes with the counter, really good options. I don't know, like, yeah, Cloud can like keep him out kinda sorta, but he's so fast. And even in the air, like he can just go way high. And there's kind of a following trend here with this, because let me see if I can find the other one. Can't find her. I'm looking. Are my eyes bad or what? Where is Sheik? Ah, there she is. Being a ninja. I think Sheik's -2 too. I'm not gonna lie. I think Sheik is, oh my god, like, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. And like, a lot of your safe out of shield options are not safe because she can bait that out. Like, you have to be careful. Like, edge guarding's so easy. She can go out there deep. She has great strings that can kill you pretty well. Your arrows are so slow. Like, she sees you even wind up a fair, she's coming in with her own fair or nair or stuffing you. She's just gonna continually stuff you. Yeah, exactly. Free pressure and yes. And Cloud's best attribute is cutting off pressure. So the fact that she can literally ignore that and keep pressing buttons, insane. I'm gonna do a hot take. I think Cloud actually is +1 on Game Watch. Straight up. I think Cloud does really good against this character. He's light, he has a really good out of shield option for Game & Watch, but he can also counteract that when he does it. He can actually double jump out of shield and do an up air before his down air comes out if you time it right. Don't throw it online and come back and say you did it, because I think it's just he outranges him and like keeps him away, and he has a good up B to answer for his up Bs. That's a hot take. Some people think that Game & Watch is even with Cloud because they think that he can answer it and like go deep and do the thing like the up B and get drift all the way back and stuff. I just think Cloud does it because he can kill him a lot faster and hang on, and also like the range. Like he has a disjoint. Game Watch kind of has a disjoint, but not nearly as big. And also you don't see many Game Watches anymore. You really just, other than what's his name, Magister. Hero, I don't have a whole lot of knowledge on Hero. Hero is one of those characters that you don't see played very seriously very often. The ones that are somewhat scary because, like I said, you don't know what the hell's going on sometimes, because again, it's very rare. But I still kind of feel like Cloud has a +1 on that, because even when he's like searching through his like buffs and stuff, Cloud can like kind of counteract by like kind of limit camping him. It's kind of tough to say. Like, yeah, he has like accelerate and like oomph and like the whole stuff, but I feel like after you figure out like the gimmick, you can just kind of get around it and like avoid it for a little bit. It's not like Shulk, which is holy shit scary when he has like kill art pretty much. The buffs are better than limit, but I feel like you gotta search for it a little bit, and you don't know if you're gonna get it every time. Like you definitely have to be careful. No, I'm not saying free. Like, don't just charge it and, you know. But I'm just saying, like, you mix it up here and there. I shouldn't have said that, 'cause now everyone's gonna focus on that. My bad. I should have said it like that. But I feel like you're getting what I'm saying in a way. Like, be smart about it. Bear just beats Hero. I mean, Bear is pretty dumb. He doesn't have normals, and that's the thing. Like, okay. All right, so I don't need to explain it. Thank God. Ice Climbers. I think it's +2 for Cloud, maybe a +1. It's in between here because like you kind of just bear, and like even when the ice block and they try to camp you, like it doesn't really matter. Like I know Diddy's amazing and stuff, but like the few Ice Climbers I played, like it's just literally don't get grabbed. Don't get grabbed, the game. It's like Luigi except 2 of them, and not as good. Like once you separate them, it's just go kill him. Go kill Nana. And I feel like that's a character that's really underutilized and not played very often. Probably one of the most technical characters in the game too. Like Ice Climbers are tough. Probably Ice Climbers, Peach. Yeah, Icy's, thank you. Even Link's really technical too. But anyhow, yeah, just kind of split them up. Bear's really hard to deal with for the Icies. They can't do much about it, so I feel like that's definitely a +2. Ike, I think, is even. That's tough. I think it's either like even, -1, or +1. Like because like with my experience with Ike, it's either it goes really well and you're just kicking his ass, or it's just a struggle bus, or you're just getting destroyed because you just can't parry Nair that day or like get around his stuff. So I'm personally just gonna say even. I know you're faster, you have limit, you can do all that stuff, and you have like edge guarding potential because like it has like the Chrom effect of the whole like up B and do your thing. But no Ike is going to like let you do that every time. Ikes are going to be smart about it and like quick draw and stuff. That's the main thing they do. So you kind of have to like snipe them out of it. But I feel like that's an even matchup. I really do. I'll go with that. Joker's definitely negative. I'm going to say -2 to possibly -1. I'm honestly going to just say -2. I feel like Joker himself, without Arsene, is even. It's an even matchup, and then Daddy shows up, and it's like, God, this is bad. This is so bad. And if you get hit, it just feels like you're going for a ride. I don't know. It seems like everything just links into everything. I don't know if I'm like the perfect weight for it or what. And yeah, down gun's super busted too. Like Nan showed me that, and I actually need more experience against that shit, because that I've never seen the double gun. Like most people just do one. They don't do like the cancel on another one. It's like, wow, that was crazy. But still, it's like that's a very tough matchup for Cloud. And I think Ken's probably +1 for me, maybe even. I feel like it's definitely tough for Ken to get in, and we have answers for like shield pressure and stuff, and like knowing when you can do it. But like if Ken can really schmix you pretty hard too. But I feel like it is definitely tough for Ken to get in. So maybe I would even put like maybe plus. You know what? I'm changing this. 0 or 0.5. Because it could be a slight favor for Cloud. It could be. So I'm just gonna, that's what all these matchups are. They either even or slight favor. Incinaroar, probably +2, maybe even +1. I think honestly I would put it +2. Incinaroar kind of struggles on that. And I've watched Sky J, is it J Sky or Jai? I can't remember his name. Pretty much the only Incinaroar rep that we have. Maybe even like Wood too, from like, I think he was from Cincinnati. I don't know where he's at now. But I just feel like Incinaroar really gets like boxed out, and he's so slow. Like, yeah, he has good stuff like Cheeto Finger to the ledge, which is the F tilt, and down tilt into Cheeto Fingers. Like, he has stuff, but like, I don't know. I don't see like a whole bunch of Incinaroars beating a bunch of Clouds. I really don't. I feel like Cloud himself really just gives Incinaroar a hell of a time. Inkling. Inkling. I think Inkling. I don't know if I want to consider it +1 for Cloud or even. I feel like, I don't think we're losing in that matchup anymore, because I feel like from the beginning of Smash, it was definitely -1. I feel like it's definitely even, because they still have tools that they can get Cloud with, and yeah, I have really good out-of-shield options to answer for some of this stuff they do, and they're kind of light, but they're really small and really hard to hit. They kind of have like the whole Sheik Greninja aspect of things when they dash dance, because they just are kind of gone. I feel like it's just even, and I'm going to keep it that way, just because they still have like their kill confirms that they had, like down throw up air, or up throw up air, and stuff like that. And they have really annoying like edge guarding tools that they can still do, like the paint gun. So I'm gonna consider it even. Isabelle, definitely a +1. Don't really see Isabelle doing a whole lot against Cloud. She has some traps that I can just kind of cut through. She has slingshots to just kind of keep me out, and I feel like there's ways to get underneath that if you're like playing smart. The best attributes probably are up B. Honestly, in that matchup, I can't think of anything else that's like, oh, a fishing rod. That's about it. That's really all I can think about, because the fishing rod has a lot of gimmicks. A lot of cheese. Puff, I put +2 for Cloud. Puff gets kind of walled out from a lot of Cloud's aerials and disjoints, and it's hard for her to get in. Yes, when I'm off stage, I should probably die because Puff can just kill you. But getting to that point, I feel like we have so many tools to just tell Puff to stay out and don't touch me. I don't feel like that Puff has like really answers. Maybe even +1, just because the meta's been changing on a lot of Puff players because of base mage and honestly a Hungry Box. He makes bad matchups look good. So I would say I'll just put +1. I'll put +1 because the meta's been improving on them too. We'll probably have some answers for Cloud players. Kazuya, Mishima. I feel like it's the same thing as Ken, other than more bullshit. And we all know like he can just 0 to death you. So can Ken can do some crazy shit. I think it's the same ordeal. Gotta keep him out, has answers for some of the stuff. Yeah, he has Electric Wind God Fist that can knock you out of shield and stuff. I just feel like he still kind of suffers from some of the disjoints. And yeah, he has his own kind of in a way with like the whole. Nah, I'm gonna call it 50-50. King Dedede. I think it's +1 for Cloud. Maybe +2. It's hard to say. I just know it's winning for Cloud. I feel like Dedede kind of gets snuffed out with some of his stuff, and a lot of the things they want to do, Cloud has an answer for, like Nair on shield, air, up tilts and stuff. Like he has really high commitment moves. Dedede's kind of a rare bird now, rare penguin, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, we're gonna keep +1. We're gonna keep +1. Jigglypuff. Same with kind of the same thing with Dedede. Kirby has like the bad airspeed. Yeah, he has like nice combos and stuff and gimping material, but he has like the puff material as well. Just feel like Cloud can definitely keep him out, whatnot. Yeah, the crouching edge guard's kind of cool. I will say that it is annoying to do that, especially online. I feel like it's so hard to hit that little bastard. But like normally though, I feel like if you just keep staying away and like kind of camping him out with like edge guarding or with your aerials, just spacing everything, I feel like you're okay. I really do. K Rool probably +1 again. The thing that sucks about K Rool is like he's another big boy, but you keep him at ledge, he should be stuck there for a while. He can grab you and kill you with a back throw, and you're dead. That sucks. With that buff that he got, can't remember what patch that was. But mainly, I feel like his main tactic of like how he does like the cannonball and the suck the cuck stuff, or even the crown, like you can just jump over it, grab, get the invincibility, throw him back. I feel like Cloud's fast enough to do like take advantage of that. Link. I think Link's a +1 for Cloud. Maybe because I haven't seen a lot of like what Links can do. Like, yeah, I've seen the Japanese Links and how they have crazy edge guarding material and bomb conversions, but like I feel like all the Links, all versions of them suffer against Cloud in one way or another. Like honestly, I'm just gonna do that with each one. Like I'm gonna do it with Young Link and same with Toon Link. Like I feel like they all have something they can do to kill Cloud, but they still suffer from the same thing. Like, Cloud can just get in there and like outrange them and stuff, and, you know, kill them. I just feel like they all have that issue, especially if you get a nice aerial bear or fair or something or even nair, just to push them out to get another little setup like that. I just don't feel like they have a whole lot on that. Like, they have great combos. Like, Young Link himself, we all know what he can do. Same with Toon. Toon's kind of like the most underrepresented one. And Adult Link has just crazy stuff. Just no one wants to put in the commitment, because it's not worth, like, there's other characters you can just pick up and do the same thing. Lucario. I think Lucario's a +1. In all honesty, I think Lucario's +1. I don't fight many Lucarios. Lucario's a very, very rare character, in all honesty. Lucario is just kind of like, the most annoying thing for Lucario is probably like when he has aura and he can kill you pretty quickly, but like, I don't know, I don't like, you just gotta get used to his range for a little while, but he's still kind of light, he's still really floaty, kind of has that whole like, I'm stuck in disadvantage forever kind of aspect of things. Yeah, you can't keep aura from him too, you are right about that, but I just feel like he's not like what he used to be. He really can't do as much as he used to. Mac, +2 for Cloud. I literally just watch any Spargo thing, you'll understand. In all honesty, I'm not even gonna explain it. +2. I'm not gonna sit here and explain it. Lucas, I think Lucas is probably +1. I kind of hate Lucas. I think Lucas is really annoying. I really hate fighting Lucas. Like, he has some really cheese stuff he can do, and like, he can be really obnoxious with his like PK Fire and his PK Thunder gimps and stuff. I really don't like fighting this little child at all. Like, he's just so frustrating, because like his PK Fire makes him be more defensive because it shoots him backwards, or PK Flash, whatever it is. Just don't like him, but I still think Cloud wins it. It's just, he's another really scarce character. Lucina, I think Lucina, and honestly even Marth, I think they're both even. I think Marth can beat the shit out of me, and same with Lucina, and I can beat the shit out of them. Marth can be a real big thorn on Cloud's side with like Lucina. They really do want to do the same things. They can go deep for those edge guards. Only difference is Lucina's a lot faster at killing if you don't get the tippers with Marth. I mean, Marth can kill me sub 40 with tipper if you get the right stuff, the right setup, especially with like Sword Dance. They both have really good out of shield options, and they have really good juggle games and mix-up games. I feel like it's definitely a 50-50. Like, when I used to play Lucina, I always felt like I was never out of it. I was really never out of it. Especially if I felt like if I can keep going to game 5, or like one time I think I forced him off Lucina and he went to Pichu. No, it was Pichu then Lucina. This is when Pichu was busted. So I was like, okay, he won in range because he knew. Let's do Pichu. I think Pichu actually is about even with this. Pichu still can do some kind of whack shit on Cloud, like, because it's the rat. I would even suggest possibly putting a +1 on it, just because how fast Pichu can die now with the buffs that Cloud's gotten, like with dash attack buff, up smash, and the meta progressing with Cloud changing and knowing like where you can hit Pichu, and also like if Pichu kind of always has to come after you because she can't really like camp you, because if she tries to, she's gonna hurt herself. I just feel like it might be even just a +1. I don't know. I'm just gonna put even for now, because like I said, Pichu's another very scarce character. Mewtwo is probably +1, unfortunately, because the whole, like, everyone knows what he suffers from. Floaty has a really whack hurt box. Mewtwo can do some really cool stuff, but I just feel like Cloud can still get a lot of unnecessary and unearned hits because of his whack hitbox, and, you know, he's just as fast as him. I mean, Mewtwo's fast, he's strong, he really has a lot of good things going for him, but God, I don't know. Maybe the slingshot will, like, change that. Mega Man, I think, is slightly winning for me, and possibly even. I used to think it was +1 for a while, but I feel like Mega Man can do some really good stuff. I know the Leaf Shield change really helped out Cloud for that matchup, and for everybody, really. I just feel like if you can get in and expose Mega Man, you're alright, you're good. But I feel like it's definitely a give and take on that matchup, because he can like do the whole charging limit, wait for stuff, you know, try to keep him walled out as well. And like I said, Mega Man's another one that's not, I don't know, the fan base has kind of died on this character, or character loyalty, whatever you call it. Meta Knight, I think, is like, I think Meta Knight's kind of even, potentially a +1, potentially. I don't know yet. This is another one that's weird, because you don't see it very often, but like Meta Knight can go out there and kind of do the things that I just talked about with Sheik. That's really annoying, like with the gimping and stuff. I feel like it'd be hypocrite if I didn't at least put him at plus or at even or 0.5. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna keep him even. I'm gonna keep him even just for that whole thing. Mii Brawler. That's tough. Because there's so many builds you could do. Because Mii Brawler is kind of Diet Fox with a hint of ZSS, but I feel like Brawler is Diet Fox because it's not Fox, but you know he's a diet. He's not as good as original. No one likes Diet Pop. Let's be real. I'm gonna say +1. Like I said, I feel like you can keep out Brawler pretty well and have some answers for what they want to do. I never felt like I was ever out. Like it didn't feel like it's so overwhelming I can't do something on him. I'm gonna say +1 for Cloud. Mii Gunner, kind of the same. Mii Gunner used to be really popular. Online, this matchup is like -2 because I hate the ledge. But I'd say a +1 for Cloud too. Just because, like I said, I feel like a lot of the stuff they want to do, you can kind of slice through it and open them up. And the worst thing about that matchup is the edge. The ledge is just terrible. It's a nightmare. Everyone knows it. Mii Sword Fighter, I think it's +1 for Cloud. I do. It used to be, before I snapped the ledge, I would say -1, maybe even -2 at one point because it was so annoying. Like it didn't matter. You knew it was off stage. Throw out NATO, roar bear, GG, fun. Because now that we can snap the ledge faster, it helps at least do like a little bit of a mix up. We have options to get around it, and I feel like we can keep him out a little bit, like pretty well. Like I said, I play Fortune a lot too. Oh, he's in the chat. I play Fortune enough that I feel like I've understood the matchup enough that I feel like definitely Cloud has an advantage on this. Speed and range, those things help. And also the camping option with like my own limit while he's throwing out chakra and stuff. Min. I think Min-Min's either even or -1. Min-Min can be really annoying. I feel like it's not as bad as some people say. I feel like it's still kind of slightly winning for Min-Min just because like she has a lot of tools to mess me up. Yeah, I can play mid-range and stuff and play well over in that aspect because that's kind of like where you want to play. Getting into disadvantage state's the hardest part. That's probably the hardest part, is like opening her up. Just because she can do so much stuff, and especially like the whole staying safe and keep applying pressure at a safe distance while also getting a free kill on you and taking no damage. And she has to reflect. I don't know why, but she does. So I'd say -1 for Cloud. Ness, I'd say Ness is probably 0.5 to even, maybe even plus. I know a lot of Ness players hate Cloud, and they have like a personal bias in saying that we win that matchup. I could see why they think that, because a lot of their shield pressure gets messed up from like climb hazard and stuff, and just the whole being stubby short kid kind of screws up a lot of stuff. So I think I'm gonna go with +1 against for Cloud. I just think he has that pretty well. Yeah, I just can't think of anything that's like super oppressive where I can't get around, or you know, that just has for Ness. Pac-Man, I think Pac-Man's +1 for Cloud too. Pac-Man has a really hard time when they get behind on Cloud, because Cloud can just do what he wants. Also, like, I feel like if the Cloud player knows well what to do against a Hydrant, against pretty much any Pac-Man, they can use it against them. Playing it slow is good for Pac-Man, but at the same time it helps Cloud because they can have limit. And also, yes, they have crazy good aerials, but they are so stubby. It's the same thing with Ness. It really is. Like, Pac-Man has really fast frame data. If you can bait that out and snipe him out of it, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Palutena, I just think it's even. I used to hate this matchup a lot. I used to be thinking it was like -2, -1, just because it was really annoying. I think they both screw each other up pretty hard. I think it's pretty even. Really good recovery on Palutena's part. Really good idea, or ways to get me. Really good ways to mess me up too, with the nair trains and stuff. And even up airs, you know, all that. Really good boxing tools and projectiles. I feel like it's kind of an even matchup, because like, yeah, I have really good range and so does she, but I feel like mine's just a smidge better, and I feel like I have a little bit more ways to do stuff out of shield. Peach. I think Peach is even to possibly slight favor. Sometimes I think it's +1 because Peach has never liked disjoints in its life, but Peach is so fast. I feel like if they can predict you doing like certain aerials, they can come up with like a nair or fair and then get like, I don't know, 70 damage on you with their crazy tech skill stuff, and really shit out damage by the time you chipped away at Peach. Because Peach is like a moving tank, and it's really annoying. God, it's so annoying. Like, all that work you did just can go away in an instant. But I feel like it's definitely like an even matchup. I don't feel like one or the other is like dumpstering the other person. Because I have other tools I can kind of box out Peach, like with Blade Beam, Bear, and Fair, and all that stuff. So I have to really use my disjoint at its best. And Mute Ace has been doing really well against Cloud, so I feel like it's definitely an even matchup. PT, I think PT's even. I'm adding everyone. I think that's an even matchup because you got Squirrel is really annoying, Ivysaur, Charizard, whatnot. They all have their strengths and or pros and cons with it. I feel like the meta on PT's kind of gotten figured out pretty hard, and Clouds have adapted to it, knowing when they can go in and when they shouldn't, when they have to be careful, like when Squirrel's doing certain things. Same with Ivysaur. Charizard, you know, Charizard things, people hate him. He can be good, but he can be bad. I just feel like it's definitely an even matchup. Pyramithra, same thing. These Pyramithra, Pithra, whatever you want to call them, it's really annoying when you have Mithra out there, but it's not like Sheik where she has crazy good recovery. Like, she has really good frame data like Sheik for Mithra, but it's when you get her off stage, you have to kill her. You just have to kill her. You have to be very, very aware of when she's going to do her burst moves and stuff like that, and getting her to do the side B to make sure you can snipe her out of it. And then you got Pyra, who's like the slow tank where you can honestly box around and kind of schmoove pretty hard, just can't get hit. Like, that's why I feel like it's definitely like the 50-50, because like if they're both off stage, as MK Leo's shown, even Spargo, you can dumpster these characters. It's just hard to get that on a good Pyramithra. Pikachu, F this character, -2 for sure. Straight up, it's always been -2. That's never gonna change. Pikachu can do everything it wants to and then some. I mean, camp you out frame data you, kill you, gimp you, take you off stage from the middle stage with bears continually. It's hard to know sometimes when it's your turn. Literally, Pikachu has everything at once in a character. Pancaking, woo! Yeah, that's not changed. That's never gonna change. Pirhana Plant, I don't know. I fought one Pirhana Plant, like Warbles, I think it was. It felt like it was still pretty tough for Pirhana Plant to do stuff, so maybe say like a sort of a, you know, +1 for Cloud, I would say. I don't know, I just felt like it was a lot of the mix-up was around Batui. Kind of have to like do the thing you do on K Rools, like go in and grab them, wait for the thing to come down, throw it to get invincibility on the throw. And then just kind of walling them out is like the thing. And then, yeah, it's really annoying you're off stage because you can do that like big thing where it goes in this pot and shoots out. Like, that's really annoying to deal with as an edge guard. But I feel like a lot of the other stuff is just something you can just kind of snipe him out of and like keep him out, and then just get a lot of damage on the stuff he wants to do. Not to mention his recovery too. I don't know, I feel like it's still a +1 for Cloud. I really do. Olimar, I think Olimar actually suffers against Swordies too. He's always had that issue since Brawl. Cloud has a lot of answers to, like when he's pulling out Pikmin, that he can just charge limit, wait for stuff. Has a good options to snipe him out of stuff when he's recovering. Has a really good aerial to get off all the Pikmin with Nair to keep him off of him. It's just, I think Pikmin really have to work hard to get that win. Ridley, I think Ridley's a -1 for Cloud. I really do. I know probably people, I think that's probably a hot take in all honesty, but I think Ridley is one of those characters that can really gimp Cloud really hard and has a really good aerial too, with like the whole Nair out of shield and stuff. I just think that it's tough for Cloud. I think it is. And he can oh man, he can delete a stock real quick. And there's not many Ridley representatives, but the ones that are still playing him are scary. They're always scary. They always have some kind of cheese that's gonna get you, and you're like, God. Simon and Richter. I kind of feel like we're winning that. I feel like it's kind of like Pirhana Plant, except when they're on stage, they're dead. And I just feel like you have to really, really mix up your approaches and stuff. And I don't see like Reels ever busting out his Richter against Spargo, you know? He's always sticking with the FGC characters. So I really feel like in my experience too, I feel like it's definitely a +1 for Cloud. Has a lot of answers for what they want to do. Their ledge trapping's really good and stuff, but I just feel like it's too easy for them to get killed by like Cloud. Personally, I mean, they're heavy ass boys, but I don't know. I just feel like it's definitely a +1 for them. Like I said, if Riddles is not doing it against Spargo, then I feel like there's a reason why. You know, that's my honest opinion. Rob, I think, is honestly even or +1 for Cloud. One of the two. Rob's had some issues forever against Swordies. I feel like it's really annoying for Clouds or for Robs to deal with that disjoint and stuff, and they don't like that. They definitely don't. Probably really annoying for them when they're off stage. Yeah, they have boosters to go like crazy high up and stall it and stuff like that, but Cloud has a lot of answers to that. He can just chill. Like, he can charge limit, he can set up for an edge guard situation. Like, there's a lot of things he could do while they're dicking around like that. But I'm gonna say it's even just because a lot of Rob players have kind of made it a little bit of a pain for Clouds lately too. Zomba has been the prime example of that. I don't know, I feel like that's definitely an even matchup now. Maybe because, like I said, Zomba's doing that stuff. Robin, definitely a +1. Robin's best attribute, or diet nets, is definitely having arc fire, but you can just wait out the arc fires and then have the real match start, and then even Levin sword, and then start going in and get your damage and kind of like repeat the cycle. Robin's so slow and his aerial drifts are kind of meh. His hurtbox or hitboxes on the Levin sword and stuff are really nice, but I still think you can kind of lame him out pretty hard, and where you can't like really play the game. And then, like I said, the player base for Robin's very slim. Like my most probably viewed Robin player that I actually liked watching was Jewel before, I don't know whatever happened. I don't know if he still plays or not, but that was crazy. He showed the world what Robin really can do with some things. It's crazy. And then like one crit man too. Rosalina Luma, kind of like the same thing as I mentioned about Samus, about keeping a disadvantage. Yeah, she has good stuff and certain setups she can do, but like she's definitely the hollow version of what she used to be in Smash 4, and I feel like she didn't get a lot of love or enough love to like compete with like Cloud and stuff like that, and even a lot of the high tiers. Very light too. She's such a big, tall bitch. She can just get clipped by a lot of stuff, and I just feel like she can't do what she used to. I mean, I know Buzz still tries it, but I don't know, man. Definitely not the same way. Roy. I think Roy's -1 or even. I don't know, just because like Roy has a lot of safe aerials that he can do, a lot of mix-up, and he always has limit online, right? He always does. Let's be real. Limit's always online. He has a limitless cross slash. A lot of stray things can kill you. Really good at out of shield answers with like if you try to cross him up and he knows it, he can just do bear out of shield. Has his own nice little up B out of shield with also it takes armor, so he could literally challenge you on things and just go through it. And crazy good frame data. Really what screws him over is like range, and like pressuring him off stage as Cloud can really screw him. So I feel like it's an even matchup to potentially -1. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to keep it as -1 for now. Still, just for now. Maybe things will change where I feel like it's even now. But I feel like if you got to honestly apply the pressure on Roy and not be scared of him. Ryu, I think, is even to possibly +1 for Cloud. I mean, he's like Ken and Kazuya. No, since they're really kind of like the same thing, like, I'm going to keep him the same. I'm going to keep all FGC characters right in the middle. I feel like they're better that way, or explaining it that way, just because they're all kind of the same thing. Like Chakra, or his projectiles are better, and like Tatsumaki stronger, stuff like that. I feel like they all have they go for the same goals. So what I said about Ken's going to be the same thing about Ryu. Sephiroth. I think we win that. I think we win against Sephiroth. I think we can do some pretty sick things against Sephiroth, keep him like kind of disadvantaged and stuff, and mix him up pretty hard. And he's super light. He takes a couple reads to kind of kill him, and also like a lot of his stuff he wants to do, like hanging on the ledge, he can get caught up with. I just feel like we have a lot of moves to answer for a lot of what Sephiroth wants to do, and really good out of shield options too, which like in the moment Sephiroth messes up spacing, it's just he can take a lot of damage for that, and we're so fast that it's probably easy to like mix him up with that. And I haven't seen like really a lot of Sephiroth in Cloud where I felt like it was so oppressive on the Sephiroth side that it was like, man, this looks like it's unwinnable, or it looks like it's really hard for Cloud. It just feels like we can definitely get in and do some stuff, do some damage on him. Shulk, -1 for sure. I think Shulk, his Monado arts are really good for Cloud, especially like up beam or cross slash. You can switch straight up to shield Monado and then like punish me for it. Yeah, I can kind of keep in the mix with like up tilts if I know it's coming, or like switch it up or something like that. But he can really adapt to his situation so fast. His arts are just really annoying for it, and he's got stupidly good range. And like if he calls out that you have no double jump, he can just like switch to smash art and kill you at like 60, whatever, maybe even lower depending on the situation. It's just I have to outplay him really hard. Yeah, Shulk's just a cheater in a nutshell. Straight up a cheater. He can steal stock so fast, and like so the shield Monado is just so good. So good. It's not like I know it got nerfed a little, but it's still super, super good. I think Snake is definitely even. I think Snake is an even matchup to potentially even +1. Just potentially. I feel like I played enough Snakes where I feel like I understand what they want, and it's one of those things that, yeah, Snake can screw you over and vice versa, but I'm gonna keep it even just because I feel like Snakes are gonna come back, and the meta is gonna change for them because they got Apollo Kage going to a lot more stuff, and I feel like it's gonna spark some more people to play Snake, because Snake really dropped off for some weird reason. Snake's a really good character, and I don't know why more people don't, or I don't know why people don't play him more. Sonic you can't chase, and you have to play it patient. I have limit to answer for his slow gameplay. He can get me and stuff, but I have like good out of shield options to answer for a lot of his aerials and stuff. Sonic, it's just Sonic, just patience and chipping away at what they want to do and calling them out where they want to be with your big aerials. Sora, I think, is a +1 for Cloud. Thank God. I hate this character. I hate everything Sora stands for. I'm sorry, Conley, if you watch this. I think Sora's a lame character. I do, but I feel like Sora suffers from being disadvantaged. It's so hard for him to get out of it. It's kind of like the Samus effect, but even floatier. And he's got like good mix-ups with or good kill confirms with like the 1-2 into F smash or up smash or whatever. But I feel like Cloud just kind of schmoves on Sora pretty hard, really do. And I don't think he has a whole lot of answers. Like, he can't keep walling out. He's got to use like Blizzard or Thunder or whatever. Just, I don't know. I don't feel like he can do it a whole lot. Steve. I think Steve's a +1 for Cloud. I do. I really, really do. I feel like Cloud has a lot of the answers that Steve doesn't want to have, and he has, like, you know, his legs up till he has an answer for with the up B. I can charge limit when he wants to like be like really defensive and build a wall. Yeah, he can go for mine and stuff, or diamond and all that. But I feel like still Cloud has a lot of the answers to deal with a lot of his little shenanigans, like with Anvil and stuff, and even like edge guarding him, and like even Cart is like the biggest problem. Cloud can clearly cut through Cart and kill him without even getting touched by it, because he has enough knockback and base damage to knock him out of it. And it's such a big hitbox too, so if you know, like, if he's coming with you with a minecart, you can just hit him out of it. Even dash attack too. Like, there's a lot of good answers because of Cloud's meaty aerials and moves that keep Steve out. Terry, I played a lot of Terry. I feel like it's even to potentially +1 for Cloud. Terry's biggest problem is his up B, his recovery and stuff. He really can't get out there. Like, when he's off stage, man, he should die. He should straight up die. I just feel like the fact that his up B is so easy to spike, or even to like 2-frame, or to hit, or just to do anything, I feel like that really hurts him. He has really good burst options though, like the somersault kick, I can't remember the name of it, crack shoot, and his go sauce is stupidly good, obviously, with like his confirms to it, and do like, he can shit damage hard, but getting Cloud into that spot is the hardest part. And he has like the Tiger Knee to get at a disadvantage with the power dive. You know, he can Tiger Knee that where it's safe, and he can do another aerial out of it because there's no lag. But I still feel like Terry kind of suffers from that. So in all honesty, yeah, I'll just keep him I'll keep +1 for Cloud. Villager, literally the same thing as Isabelle. Literally, if you watch this, just timestamp back to Isabelle. I should have actually done this at the same time. Wario, I think, is +1 to even, because I feel like Wario's can like kind of air camp you pretty hard and platform camp you and wait for like their opening and get pretty much waft, and they can gimp you really well and stuff. I don't know, because I know like Gluttony's like the only ones who made it look like it's plausible when he did it against Spargo, and he's a huge veteran on Wario. So I would say maybe even, just because of that meta that he's trying to push forward, and he has like crazy like one opening kill confirm, you're dead, you know, with the up air waft. You can play the slow game and like kind of wear down the opponent and piss him off, I guess. I don't know. I maybe nah. Yeah, I'll just keep it. I'll keep it at 0.5. Wii Fit Trainer. I think Wii Fit Trainer is +1 for Cloud. I think a lot of the stuff they want to do on ledge, Cloud has an answer for. Deep cheating is the only thing that sucks, because she gets stronger, faster, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But Cloud has a lot of answers for what she wants to do. I don't feel like it's so out of the realm of possibility of her losing and stuff. But if you can like kind of sniper for what she's doing at ledge and have like the answer know what's coming, I think it's really hard for Wii Fits to fight Cloud, especially dealing with bair and dash attack, up tilt, or up air, fair, all that stuff. Wolf, I think, is potentially even to possibly -1. Wolf has a lot of good stuff on him, on Cloud. Really good meaty aerials. Nair is amazing. And then also the blaster's very obnoxious. And it's Wolf's kind of a disjointy character. A lot of really big moves that he can toss out, like an F tilt ledge and down tilt, and scoops with like up shield or up tap. Up smash out of shield. Jeez, I can't speak. I'm doing this too long. So I feel like it's definitely just a little bit in Wolf's favor, just a smidge, maybe even. But for clarity's sake, we're just gonna put in the -1. Yoshi, I think we win that. I think it's definitely a +1. I think Yoshi has a big issue dealing with disjoints and a lot of answers for what Cloud wants to do. Eggs are really not annoying, and like, yeah, he has the whole cheesing you do at ledge, but I feel like Cloud still has advantage by keeping up with Limit and like kind of keeping him out, and also like having really strong out of shield options to answer for what Yoshi wants to do. Zelda's definitely +1 for Cloud. She just suffers from, again, the Swordy syndrome. Again, with Limit, what I have before, not fun for Zia or for Zelda. And like I said, you can kind of call out when she's gonna do certain things, and she has really stubby aerials. Like maybe the best one's like fair. Like even up air is kind of like ZSS. I think it's ZSS is +1 for Cloud. Yeah, I think ZSS actually +1 for Cloud. I feel like there's a lot of things that we have an answer for what she wants to do. And I think it's kind of hard for ZSS to really get in and open us up. She has to be really mix-up heavy and try to be as safe as possible on aerials and not get tripped up on, like, you know, up B out of shields, not get grabbed, not get like, or have them miss a grab and get like finishing touched or cross slashed or up smash or S smash, any of those kind of things. I don't know. A lot of the Zaire stuff they want to do to keep you out. If you can call it out, you can get underneath with dash attack because Cloud's so low to the ground. Cloud has just a lot of answers for what ZSS wants to do. And then also, again, like range, but she can answer back with her own. It's just like Mar moves are so meaty, like, and she's so light, she can't mess up. She has played like almost perfect. Bowser Jr. I think Bowser Jr. is a +1 too. It's been a minute since I played a Bowser Jr., but I feel like a lot of the things that we have an answer for, because like he's kind of like Diet Steve in a way because of carts being kind of reminiscent to Minecart, except you can't jump out of it. Yeah, I don't think he. I just don't think he has a whole lot really like makes it go, oh yeah, he definitely wins that matchup or makes it even. I think it's a struggling matchup for Bowser Jr. Okay, so after speaking forever in a day, I think that's everybody. Yeah, I think this is everybody. I don't think this is too bad of a list. I think this is, I like to see what my old video had on it. I'm definitely gonna upload this, so flip it and ship it. I just think Cloud's a pretty honest character. He's not like destroying the cast, and he's not like having a crazy bad matchups. I just feel like he's a very honest character.